Welcome to high school basketball at the City of Palms Classic. On League Ready. We're live from Florida Southwestern State College in Fort Myers, Florida for some high school hoops. Tonight's matchup features Montverde taking on the Columbus Explorers. My name's Anthony Pasquale alongside Rafael Davis, and we've got an exciting championship here for you for the City of Palms Classic, don't we?
It's going to be a big one. Columbus, one of the better high school teams in the country, and you know Montverde and Coach Kevin Boyle, they always bring it. We've been looking forward to this matchup all week long. The Boozer twins, Ingram and Sicily, going to see which duo wins out.
Absolutely. It all comes down to this at the City of Palms Classic, and it is an extremely entertaining matchup. So let's take a look at how we got here. Montverde, Oak Ridge, IMG Academy, and Columbus were the final four here at the City of Palms Classic. We just saw that third place game between IMG and Oak Ridge, and now we get to see Columbus and Montverde.
Yeah, top 10 matchup. This is one of those games where the cream rises to the crop. It's going to be a big-time environment, a big-time atmosphere down in Florida. You think about the Boozer twins, you think about Trent Sicily and CJ Ingram. This makes for a fantastic showdown.
No doubt. Let's take a look at our starters, starting with the Columbus Explorers. Their starting five. It's going to be Marcellus Jackson, Caden Boozer, Jackson Richardson, Cameron Boozer, and Caleb Gaskins. Obviously, those two Boozers jump off the screen to you, but Richardson is coming off a 23-point game as well.
Richardson is the X factor to this Explorer squad. He does so many things for them off the basketball. He cuts well, he's a screener, he runs in transition, he defends at a high level as we see Carlos Boozer ready to watch his boys get down. But Jackson Richardson, one of the more underrated, high talented players in his high school class.
Absolutely. Now let's flip the script and take a look at the Montverde starting five. Six-time City of Palms champions. CJ Ingram II, Trent Sicily, Hudson Greer, Dante Allen, and Caden Allen round out their starting five. A lot of balance, a lot of four, a lot of five stars on the squad. What do you want to see?
Trent Sicily's going to have to bring his hard hat. He's going to have to bring it on both ends of the floor. He's going to have his hands full dealing with Cameron Boozer down there on that block, keeping him off the offensive glass. But offensively, I want to see the aggressive Trent Sicily. He's headed to play for Coach Mike Woodson next season at Indiana. I've watched him play high school ball for a long time. It's going to be a big test for him, but he's got to be a double-figure scorer. He's got to be touching him close to 20 points in this contest if Montverde was to come away with a championship.
Absolutely. We are just a few moments away from tip here at Florida Southwestern. And here's a look at Jason Richardson, the father of Jackson Richardson, played at Michigan State, also had a lengthy career in the NBA. Excited to watch his son and the Boozer twins take on this Montverde team. Montverde is going to be wearing gray, as you see right there, with the blue and yellow on their numbers, and Columbus is going to be wearing red. We got a great game on deck, and I can't wait to get this thing started.
Oh, it's going to be a big-time game. Got to see who comes out, throws the first punch, who imposes their wills on the opposing team. It's going to be key. Which team can take care of the basketball, which team can control the glass, which team can control the paint.
And we will have all those answers in just a second. And it looks like we are just a few seconds away from tip. Like we said, Columbus in red, Montverde in gray. And the City of Palms championship is underway with a quick drive to the hoop. And just like that, Columbus is on the board.
You talk about throwing the first punch. Columbus getting out early, going to hang on that rim.
On the top of the key, it comes from Montverde. That's Hudson Greer. Gets it over to Trent Sicily. And Greer loses it out of bounds, and it's going to go the other way with Columbus, who seemed to bring the energy early. And here comes Columbus.
Montverde showing some 2-3 zone early on. It's going to be key, rebounded out of this zone. Gaskin does a great job just flashing middle, finding that soft spot in that zone, and knocking it down.
And quickly, Columbus with 2 buckets on the board. We'll see if Montverde can answer. Here's a 3. It's good. Hudson Greer, the Creighton commit, connects from downtown.
Just good ball movement. Greer does a great job of playing without the ball, rising up, coming off the screen, and knocking it down from top.
Caden Boozer swinging it on the near side. It comes. Here's Gaskins. Now Boozer into the paint on the far side now. Back on top, Gaskins tries to get into the lane. Instead, it's Richardson to fire and hit.
Just beautiful offense by the Explorers there on that possession. Not rushing against that zone, attacking it with a bounce, making the extra pass. And Gaskins does a great job of getting that ball to Richardson in the corner.
And it's poked away, now coming back down with the left hand and getting it to go. Marcellus Jackson.
Talk so much about the Boozer twins, and rightfully so, but for this Columbus team, it's so much more. It's Jackson, it's Marcellus Jackson, it's Jackson Richardson being able to make plays. These guards are tough, man.
Into the paint. That's going to be a blocking foul called, and it'll send C.J. Ingram to the line.
Marcellus Jackson has brought the energy into this game early. Just great individual defense. Take his ball like he's a little kid and then going up and finishing with the left hand in transition. Marcellus Jackson is one of those guys. He doesn't get a lot of attention. He plays his role. He plays hard. He defends at a high level. He makes open shots. This is a game where he can really have his imprint on early.
C.J. Ingram coming off a game in which he scored 22 against Oak Ridge to punch Montverde's ticket into this championship game. He connects with the first free throw. He's the 8th ranked small forward in the class. And he gets both to go. It's 9-5 Columbus early. Now here's Caden Boozer bringing the ball up. 16 points, 7 assists against IMG Academy in the semifinals.
The zone didn't last long for Montverde. Now they're matching up man to man. See if Columbus can get Cam Boozer involved here.
Here he comes to set a screen for his brother. Caden Boozer. A nice pass finds Jackson, and then a backdoor feed right on the plate for Richardson to slam it home.
Man, that was just beautiful by Jackson Richardson. Not to wait for the ball, just make that baseline cut. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Marcellus Jackson, great ball fake, one dribble into the lane. Jackson with a great back cut. He knows exactly what to do with it, going up and finishing at the top.
A great offensive set for Columbus has extended their lead to 6. Here's Greer. Hudson Greer driving down the lane, floats one, can't get it to go, and a rebound for Boozer. He gets it ahead to his brother. Now a far swing, wide open into the lane, now a floater, and Jackson Richardson gets it to go.
That play was made by Cam Boozer, just running right to the front of that rim, making the defense sink in, drawing so much attention, and then Gaskins does a great job of just driving that ball, getting downhill to his floater game.
13-5 is the score. Here's a 3 off the back iron. Rebound, Caden Boozer. He's got his brother Cameron to his right. Instead, he flicks it to the left. Here's a 3. No good. Rebound, Trent Sisley coming off a double-double in his performance against Oak Ridge. Trying to set things up for Montverde as they trail by 8 early in the first quarter.
Got to attack him.
Here's Sisley. Into the lane. Loose ball, Allen. Over to Sisley. He knocks down a triple.
Sisley's got to be aggressive. He's got to take the open ones like he just did. But when he has one-on-one in that mid-post or in that post area, he's got to attack and try to get his game on. If he sees that double, he's got to get it out of his hands. But he can't hide in this ball game. He's got to be in the factor all game long.
Here's Cam Boozer, gets that one taken away. That'll be a turnover, and ahead it goes to Greer. Greer has a man to his left, instead takes the layup himself. And it spun all the way around the other side of the rim before it fell, but it's good for Montverde.
Good finish by Greer. Good kick ahead by Sisley, getting that ball up the floor. Not over dribbling, not doing too much, getting it out of his hands for an easy deuce to a teammate.
Cam Boozer on the near side. Spin move, gets to his spot, puts it up and in. Cam Boozer with his first 2 points of the night.
It's good defense, just better offense. Cam Boozer just does a great job. Has a knack and the ability to get to his spot, rise up, knock it down over a defender. Patient, poised, comfortable.
Trent Sisley hands it off. Here's C.J. Ingram, back to Allen. He'll fire a 3. Was knocked down, did not get called for any contact, and up the floor it comes for Columbus. Boozer, little shake and a shimmy. Gets it inside and pulling it back out is Marcellus Jackson. He'll reset the offense. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Outside to Boozer for three. A little bit short, and the rebound comes to Sisley. Up ahead to Dante Allen. The Villanova commit settling things down for Montverde as they trail by 5. Bounce pass had to be saved, and it ends up with a takeaway. Jackson floats it. Jackson Richardson on the receiving end could not complete the poster.
Marcellus Jackson just got to make the easy play. He's got to get that ball, a nice little shuffle pass to Cameron Boozer at the rim so the big fella can go up and finish.
Let's take another look at the last couple of baskets here. That was a beautiful pass setting up Richardson.
This play was big time. Cameron Boozer running straight to the rim. Caleb Gaskin catches it, plays off the closeout, gets to the tee for the defense, rises up, knocks it down from that mid-range.
Gaskins has 4, Richardson has 7, Boozer has 2. And on the flip side, Greer leading the way with 5 early points for Montverde. I've been impressed so far. The Explorers' energy has been off the charts to start the game.
Came out ready to play, threw the first punch and haven't let up since. And it's been the play of the other guys. We talked about the Boozers and all the attention they get. But it was Marcellus Jackson. It was Jackson Richardson. It was Caleb Gaskins coming out and setting the tone in this ball game. Now, you look at the depth of this starting lineup for the Explorers, it's truly impressive. They have 5 guys that can go and get a basket at any time on the floor. You cannot relax defensively. They move it well, they share it, they can shoot it, they rebound it hard. This Columbus Explorers team is extremely dangerous.
Cam Boozer, obviously the number 3 player in the country. Gaskins, number 9. Caden Boozer, number 17. So 3 players in the top 20 in the nation. Obviously means Montverde will have their hands full all day long. But Montverde is the only school to win this event more than once since 2012. They've won it 6 times. It's an event that head coach Kevin Boyle is extremely comfortable with, and I'm sure this one is far from over.
Oh, for sure. Montverde always ready to play. Every time I see Kevin Boyle, I start to have nightmares and flashbacks of when Montverde put our Latimer team out back in 2012. He always has his guys ready. They're always going to defend. They're always going to move in and share it offensively. It's just a matter of time before they settle into this ball game.
Thank you for joining us here on League Ready for the City of Palms Classic Championship between Columbus and Montverde. Columbus on top early, 15-10, as we've got a tough shot that is just missed. Rebound by Gaskins, coming back the other way for Columbus. Gaskins has Richardson to his left. That's who has it now, and Richardson down the lane with the right hand, scooping it up and in.
You can see when Jackson Richardson, he catches that ball in that wing, if he has Hudson Greer guarding him one-on-one, he is driving that ball. Greer has no chance keeping Jackson out of that lane. Montverde's going to have to come up with some help defense to keep the young fella from going.
Columbus with another takeaway on the turnover from Montverde. Here's Boozer into the lane. Spins, fires, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. It's still loose, still strong, and is able to put the shot up to draw a foul. Fighting through so much contact, Cam Boozer showing why he's ranked number 3 in the nation.
It's a really good fight from Cam Boozer, but Jackson Richardson, he crashes that glass, gets a piece on that ball, tips it to his teammate, and Cam Boozer does the rest. Just hard-nosed, tough, physical.
He goes to the line you mentioned, and we've talked about it in the open. His twin brother, Caden Boozer, both have committed to Duke, which is, of course, where their father, Carlos Boozer, played his college basketball, an NCAA champion in 2001, and a 2-time All-Star at the NBA level.
And the best beard you ever gonna see.
Oh, without a doubt.
But the real question is, the Boozer twins play one-on-one, who wins?
It's tough, right? Because you got the point guard and you got a forward, so it's a different game.
Whoever start with it?
Yeah, probably. A little shovel pass. And good down the lane.
Really good defense. Way to stay vertical by Gaskins.
Deani Miller had that one knocked away. Gaskins with a nice defensive effort to turn the possession over.
Tough.
Boozer taking a mid-range shot, but he can't get it to go. Rebound goes with C.J. Ingram and Montverde. Ingram loses the handle, dives on it, trying to find somewhere to go with it or get a timeout off, and instead it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stick with Montverde. C.J. Ingram coming off of a 22-point performance. Let's take a look at that. Caden Boozer couldn't get it to go. Dante Allen on the near side gets it over.
Good help.
Here's C.J. Ingram trying to find somewhere to go with it. Hangs, can't get it to go. Boozer quickly out to his brother. Caden Boozer running down the lane, but a nice defensive stop there, and Montverde comes back the other way with a lay-in off the glass.
Good D, good push. Gibson does a great job of driving that ball. Defense doesn't step up to stop the ball in transition. You got to go finish that, young fella. It's a great play in transition by Gibson coming in off the bench, bringing some energy, bringing some life to this Montverde defense.
Here's Boozer. Late in the first quarter, 15 seconds to go. Flips it over to Caden Boozer. Down the lane he comes, tries an alley-oop pass, and instead it's taken away by Montverde. Up it goes, C.J. Ingram working on Boozer, swatted from behind, instead wide open for three. It's too long, and at the end of the quarter, Columbus holds a 7-point lead. After 8 minutes have gone by, what an exciting final 30 seconds of the quarter.
Jackson did a great job of coming in and just saving the possession, runs the floor, doesn't give up on a play, and sends this one off the glass going into the second quarter. It's a brilliant effort by the young fella. Then he gets out and contests the three ball. That's how you play hard. That's how you earn your keep at this level. Jackson Richardson, one of the better players in the 2026 class, showing it in the effort category as well.
Getting ready for quarter two of the championship of the City of Palms Classic, played at the Suncoast Credit Union Arena on the campus of Florida Southwestern State College, right here in Fort Myers, Florida. After one quarter of play, Montverde trails Columbus. 19-12 is your score. Columbus, as you said, Rafael, had that first punch, and they really haven't looked back since.
Did a great job of coming out and setting the tone and controlling the pace of the game. They're going to play at their pace. They're going to first Montverde to go with the flow of their steam, and right now Explorers leading the way.
It's going to be Marcellus Jackson taking things and handing it off to Caden Boozer.
It's in that double.
Back on top with a swing pass. Marcellus Jackson looking for somewhere to go with it. The starters are all in the game for Columbus. Jackson hands it off to Gaskins, who gets down the lane, lays it up and in with the left hand, and turning chaos into 2 points is Caleb Gaskins.
It's really good patience by Columbus there. Excellent defense on Montverde. They were rotating. They were on a string. Gaskins slipped in there and got a easy deuce.
That was a deep three from Miller off the mark, but a rebound from C.J. Ingram, and he's fighting to put 2 more on the board, but he can't get it to go.
Needs some help down there. It's 1 versus 4. C.J. Ingram doing his all.
Boozer fired a deep three, couldn't get it to go, and here comes Montverde the other way. C.J. Ingram hands it over to King. Now Allen fires a triple. Just a little bit off the mark.
Got to drive that ball. Can't just swing it around the perimeter and take a contested jumper. Someone's got to put some pressure on that defense, get into the lane, and play inside out.
Here's Cam Boozer at the top of the paint. starting things for Gaskin.
See, the ball moves for Columbus. It's hitting the second, the third side. They're driving it, and then they play.
Tough look for Gaskins. Missed it off the back iron. It's rebounded by King.
Tough shot from Gaskins.
Deep three on the near side. Greer couldn't get it to go.
That's just not a good shot. That's just not a good shot at this point in the game.
Pardon me, that was Sisley missing there.
Good shots are bad shots are turnovers. You take a bad one on the other end, at least we're running out. Jackson's able to get right down the seams, get to that basket.
Jackson up to 4 points. Now C.J. Ingram looking to answer for Montverde, and he'll fire a triple. Off the mark, and a rebound goes to Boozer.
Cannot be jumper after jumper. The last 3 possessions, 3 threes in a row for Montverde. None of them have been good options.
Cam Boozer over to Caden. Now Gaskin flipped it to Jackson. Jackson Richardson, that is. Caden Boozer looking for a screen from his brother Cam. Into the lane, Boozer goes. Throws it into the near side corner. Gaskins there to receive it. Loses it going up for the jam, but he'll head to the line.
You can see the difference on end to end. Montverde a little sped up right now, a little jumper crazy. Columbus on this end, they're moving that basketball. You see Caden Boozer get a piece of the paint. You see Gaskin play off the closeout, get to the paint, get to the free throw line. It's all about that movement. When you try to attack a set defense, it is so hard. You got to have body movement, player movement, ball rotations, and then go and play. Columbus doing a great job early on in this second quarter.
Jackson leading the way, or excuse me, Gaskins leading the way so far for Columbus with 7 points.
But that's what makes this Columbus team so dangerous. Any given time, it could be a different player. It was Jackson Richardson in the first quarter. It's been Caleb Gaskins in this quarter. We haven't even seen their best 2 players in the Boozer twins get going. Just so many different guys can beat you on any given night. They just share it. You see Cameron Boozer, a lot of guys, top 3 in the country, 5 stars, headed to Duke. Got 4 points. A lot of guys would be upset at this point in the game if they're not getting the basketball, but he's an unselfish teammate.
Caden Allen threw that one away, and you mentioned it, this Columbus team, a lot of credit goes to those 2 Boozer brothers, but beyond that, they're such a deep team with a ton of talent. But since the Boozers have gotten there, 3 straight Florida State titles.
That's crazy. 3 straight Florida State titles. They won the EYBL Peach Jam every year. They just know how to win basketball games. As Caden Boozer gets right down the seam, plays off that floater, nice little high kiss off the glass. These dudes are a winner. And it's good for young players to understand that winning games, being a winner, that is a skills trait, and the Boozer twins have mastered it.
Absolutely. I mean, we're midway through the second quarter here, and this is the number 17 ranked recruits player in the country's first points, and they're up by 15.
It just does a great job of navigating that ball screen, taking what the defense is giving them. If Caden Boozer's going to come off that ball screen at the top of the key, if the defense is not going to stop the ball, impede him from driving that lane, he's going to get to that shot every single time. He does a great job of just reading what the defense does. He doesn't force it, doesn't go too fast, just takes it as it comes. If you're Trent Sisley, you're Montverde off that ball screen, you got to stop the ball first and then work your way back to your man. You can't just take a little peek, show a little bit, and then get back. You got to make sure that ball is stopped and controlled by your guard and then work your way back.
Jackson Richardson has 9. Caleb Gaskins has 8, leading the way for Columbus. And like, all you have to be thinking if you're Montverde is like, we've done a pretty good job against the Boozers. They've got 6 points so far, and we're still down 15.
The team is only as dangerous as the 3rd, 4th, 5th option. That's what makes championship teams. When you're 3rd, 4th, 5th option, when you have a guy that can come off the bench and impact the game, that's when you have a championship level team. The game is still very within reach for Montverde. It's not over. It's not even close to being over. Montverde is too talented. C.J. Ingram, Trent Sisley, Dante Allen hasn't gotten going yet. It's just offensively, they got to be more patient with their offense in the half court. Got to move the ball. It can't just be quick shots.
Yeah, I think you kind of touched on it. You look at who won the NCAA championship last year in UConn. Obviously, had 3 or 4 draft picks in there, but they were like 5 or 6 players deep of guys that could give you 20, 25 a game.
You think about UConn last season. You think about Stephon Castle, was a top 10 pick, top 5 pick. He was the 4th option offensively.
Exactly.
It's just crazy. You start looking at championship teams, you look at their 4th, 5th guy, normally really, really good.
Montverde had an offensive rebound to extend the possession. They might get another one here, and instead it's ripped away. Marcellus Jackson pushing it up the floor the other way for Columbus, and it's tipped and knocked out of bounds. by King Gibson. Hudson Greer missed the long-range three, but a nice offensive rebound extended the possession for Montverde, but still were unable to cash in. In it comes to Caden Boozer, and he'll flip it over. Jackson Richardson with it now. Back to Cam Boozer. Here's Gaskins. Looking for somewhere to go with it. He feeds Jackson. Inside it comes to Boozer. Uses his body to shield himself to get a shot up, but he did not get it to go.
Good push.
Three-pointer from the corner.
Good shot.
Off the mark, an offensive rebound comes the other way. Now Allen puts up a triple. Short. Another offensive rebound for Montverde, and he loses the handle. Boozer gets it knocked out of his hands, and Montverde takes over. Allen passes, loses it on the way up, but we're going to get a foul on Gaskins. Montverde might be down 15, but they're diving on the floor, getting in passing lanes, doing what they can to create possessions. They just can't seem to knock anything down.
Just got to continue to play hard, continue to play the game the right way. You see Caden Allen got downhill, got 2 feet in the paint, had Ingram in the corner. He just missed it. But those are the good looks. Those are the looks that Coach Boyle wants to take. You get in the lane, you see a kick out, defense is shrinking inside. That's good offense. And then they're just playing hard. When that ball isn't going in, you got to find ways to score with your defense, right? If it's second chance points, creating turnovers, getting down the break. They're starting to figure that out here in the second quarter, halfway through.
It's our first look at Hakeem Weems at the free throw line. Knocked them both down. 6'9", 170-pounder out of Marietta, Georgia. Has not committed to play next year yet, but he's got offers from Boise State, Georgia State, Navy, and Yale. So quite some prestigious options for Weems. And he's got the tough card of drawing Boozer. Boozer jab steps right by him, gets to the rack, misses again. And he's getting a little frustrated with some of that contact down low. Allen to Allen. Back to Allen. And he flips it over to Greer. Caden Allen.
The switch.
King Gibson down the lane. He comes. Gets to the right hand and gets it to go. Beautiful basket from King Gibson.
It's a great offensive possession by Montverde. Worked the ball around, moved it, got a switch, and then being able to play off that closeout, Gibson getting to the rim.
Deep three from Boozer could not connect. And the fight for the rebound continues. An offensive rebound. It comes to Columbus. And we're going to have a foul. Caden Boozer went up that time. And we'll go to the free throw line.
Caden Boozer does a good job of not waiting for that ball to come to him. He sees his teammate is stuck. He helps his guy. Comes back to the ball, makes a great back cut. Now he's at the free throw line with a chance to make this a 13-point game. It's a high IQ basketball play.
And there you see Carlos Boozer, former Chicago Bull. Bounced around the NBA, had a very long, successful career. Two-time All-Star at that level. Won a national championship in college as well. And he's watching as his two sons try to win the City of Palms Classic here in 2024. Caden Boozer now with 4, Cam Boozer with 4. And here's King Gibson on the far side to Greer in the corner. Greer down the baseline, spinning. And Caden Allen takes over near the top of the key. Montverde struggling to get an open look. Bounce pass to Dante Allen, back out to Caden Allen. He goes into the lane with the left hand and slashes to the cup.
Good job playing off the ball fake, gets Cameron Boozer up in the air, and then drives that basketball downhill, gets to that left hand. That's Caden Allen's deal. A 5-star, number 15 in his high school class. When he gets downhill, there's not much you can do with him.
Cam Boozer on the spin move, loses control, gets it back, gets blocked from behind. Gaskins there for the rebound, and Boozer drags the rebound down. And it's going to be a jump ball sticking with Montverde.
It's a good fight. You can see the energy is picked up from Montverde. Columbus taking this time out. Montverde is inching their way back into this one.
Montverde down by 11. But they've been playing, like you said, they picked up the intensity level. It's a whole different type of energy level now from Montverde. Let's take a look at this play. First it was stripped from Boozer, then it was blocked from behind, and then as he went for the rebound, it got all tangled up with King Gibson. And they might have called the jump ball a little too fast.
Yeah, I think Montverde wanted a foul, but that wasn't a foul. That's just good, hard basketball. He didn't go over the back. He went for the ball, had two hands on the ball. It just so happened that Gibson hit the ground.
King Gibson, a recent transfer, comes to Montverde, 6'5", 180 pounds, from Burlington, North Carolina. The number 3 ranked shooting guard in his class. He's only a sophomore. And already offers are pouring in. Michigan, South Carolina, Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, Wake Forest, College of Charleston, Charlotte, West Virginia, Penn State, Notre Dame, Mississippi State, LSU, Georgia, just for a sophomore.
So you're saying he could go anywhere?
Just about. That's how it looks for King Gibson. We'll keep an eye on him as he continues to grow. Only a sophomore, so 15, 16 years old. Getting some great experience here playing in the City of Palms Classic.
I'm playing for one of the better high school coaches to ever coach at this level.
Yes, sir. Kevin Boyle, over 800 career wins.
Think about the players Coach Boyle's coach. I mean, you look at that Montverde team from last year. Probably one of the better high school teams ever assembled.
That three-pointer missed off the front rim. Probably not the play you want if you're Montverde out of a timeout.
No, you want an easier look than that one.
Caden Boozer gets it over to Gaskins, who's driving the baseline, pulls up, gets to his spot, but can't connect. A nice rebound from Montverde. Hakeem Weems sets it up the other way for Dante Allen. A nice move, frees himself up against Jackson. He gets to the cup and it drops.
But you see Montverde is driving that ball. It's almost as if Coach Boyle said, no more quick threes, no more quick jumpers. Drive the ball, get 2 feet in the paint. And when they do, good things happen for this Montverde offense.
Cam Boozer back outside. Caden Boozer now. Down the baseline he comes, contorting his body and getting it to go off the glass.
Man, that was a beautiful pump fake by Caden Boozer in that corner. Got the defense on balance and then drove that ball. It had the physicality and the strength to finish through that contact at the rim.
Under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Caden Boozer fighting for this one.
Good pass.
Spinning pass to Jackson. He can't get it to go, but Gaskins is there to clean it up and put it home.
That's why you never assume. That's why you always play. You keep playing the entire play. Gaskins is coming in, trailing the play, attacking that offensive glass, ready for that putback.
Gaskins up to 10 points so far. Montverde trails by 13. That one stripped and knocked out of bounds by Cam Boozer. Caden Boozer knocked it away. Cam was there for the steal, but it went off of his fingertips and out of bounds.
You want something good here if you're Montverde. You want something good and you want to stop in the rebound going into halftime.
33-20, Columbus leads. Montverde, I believe, is able to hold for this final shot.
They got 18 seconds on the clock.
18 seconds on the shot clock, so they do need to shoot. Columbus should get another touch.
Good pass. Good job.
Here's the three.
It's good.
It's good.
Caden Allen does a great job driving that baseline. Defense sinks in and commits. Great drift pass to the corner. That fella knocks it down.
Hakeem Weems connects from deep. 4 seconds left. Here's Boozer. Needs to shoot it. Fires. It's short. Montverde with a strong close to the second half thanks to a three-pointer from Hakeem Weems. And they've turned this into a 10-point Columbus lead as we head to the half. Rafael, what are your reactions to that first half?
Columbus did a great job coming out, setting the tone, playing hard, forcing this game to be played at their tempo and their pace. And at the end of the half, Caden Boozer did a great job of finishing the half strong. Had a drive in the finish, got this nice steal to get out of transition, get the great pass to Jackson Richardson, comes up a little bit short. But as Columbus have been doing all half long, being the hardest playing team, Caleb Gaskin comes in and cleans up the miss for an easy deuce. Columbus up 10 at the break.
Welcome back to the City of Palms Classic, the championship battle between Columbus and Montverde. My name's Anthony Pasquale with Rafael Davis, and here to recap that second half, the first half. Let's take a look at these stats. Columbus on top of Montverde, 33-23, obviously on the scoreboard. Montverde only with one more turnover than Columbus. Where do you see the 10-point margin making up in those stats?
I see it in a few places. You look at it, you understand Montverde, 54% of their field goals in that first half were from deep, and they were not making them. But Columbus did a great job of making them pay. Columbus was plus 14 inside. They won the rebound war. They were the tougher team, and that's the difference in this game. But also Columbus's defense. You look at Montverde, they are not going to win many basketball games with Trent Sicily and C.J. Ingram going into the break with only 5 points combined. Those two guys have got to get involved in this game. You look at Trent Sicily, one of the better power forwards in the country, can score the ball at will. 3 points in the first half, 2 field goal attempts, both from long range. Trent's got to do a better job of getting involved, getting into action inside that lane and making some plays. If Montverde's able to get those two guys, get their stars guys, get their best players playing like their best players, they'll be right back into this game.
Absolutely. I mean, with players like C.J. Ingram, Hudson Greer, Trent Sicily, you can obviously make some shots from deep, but 11 missed threes in that first half from Montverde. And they're obviously a team that likes to get going with that three-pointer. But in this second half, I think they got to get back to that bread and butter of 2 feet in the paint.
And you saw it start to work out. And you saw Caden Allen have some beautiful drives to end that second quarter, getting downhill, finishing at the basket, had a beautiful drift pass when the defense overcommitted. They've got to do more of that. They can't settle in this second half. And these first 4 minutes of this third quarter are extremely important for both squads.
We'll see what kind of energy Montverde comes out of the break with as Dante Allen gets in the passing lane. And it'll have to be reset there for Columbus as they lead it by 10.
You look how Montverde won yesterday. They didn't shoot it great, but they were plus 18 inside over Oak Ridge. They got to have a concerted effort of getting that ball inside, rather on a post-up or a drive, and making some plays inside out.
And inside it comes Jackson Richardson right there, able to lay it up and put it in. Really nice cut and a nice find on the other side from Boozer. Jackson
Richardson just knows how to play. He sees his teammate Cameron Boozer double team. He doesn't just raise his hands, yell him open, clap for it, makes a great basket cut and finishes it at the rim.
Greer for three. He connects from deep. Montverde is going to need more of that.
That's a good one. You get that basketball in the paint, you get it in the teeth of the defense, you get a kick out to one of your better shooters. Those are the good threes that coach wants to see.
Caden Boozer gets to his spot, but he could not get it to go.
Good pass.
And it comes all the way down for C.J. Ingram loses the handle of it for a second, and it'll have to be reset up top by Dante Allen. Here's Greer on the near side.
See the pop in the basketball now. It's moving. It's getting side to side. Montverde doing a good job in the first minute of this third quarter.
Ingram lost the handle on it, but it was because he was fouled. And that's going to be the second foul on Marcellus Jackson. Only 5 fouls combined in the first half between these two teams.
Clean half of ball. Either it's a really clean half or the refs got to fight to catch.
Dante Allen down the lane with the left hand. He got it to go. Oh,
acrobatic. Great drive. Get to that strong hand and going up and under, finishing with the left. High off the glass, knocking it in.
Yeah, that shot had some hang time. Here's Boozer trying to answer, and he gets to the rim with ease.
It's just such a luxury to have one of the better players in the country. So anytime you need a bucket, you just go to the big fella, and you know he's going to deliver more times than not. Good defense.
Gets that ripped from behind him. Richardson ahead to Caden Boozer with the left hand. No good, but a foul.
Anytime Montverde starts to make a few plays, they start to get back into this game. It's a 7-point game. Columbus just turns it up another level. Defends at a higher level, get to the basket. And here's Allen just driving that lane. Great scoop shot, high off the glass, coming in with a little teardrop in the bucket.
And it fell right home. Able to get that one to go. Boozer misses the first free throw short.
Look flat. I get some lift on that.
Yeah. Maybe did a leg day yesterday. 37-28. Boozer with a chance to make it a 10-point game for Columbus. And this one overcorrected, a little bit too long.
Yep. Just look like he's pushing it a little bit.
Now Dante Allen bringing the ball up for Montverde. Here's Greer on the near side.
Good action. Really good action.
Allen swings it to C.J. Ingram. Ingram into the paint, loses the handle, fades.
Good defense. It's really
and
good
misses
defense.
it short. Jackson Richardson gave him all he can handle. Here's Boozer again on the drive. Forget the free throws. Let me do that instead.
Those tough shots, they just lead to runouts for Columbus. You got to take good shots if you're Montverde. You can't create easy offense for this Explorer squad. They're already too talented. They don't need any help.
Dante Allen to Greer, a deep three. He's got it. Hudson Greer.
Big shot, Hudson Greer. Columbus going under that screen. Greer knows exactly what to do with it, rising up and knocking it down.
That was beyond NBA distance three.
Look like me out there.
That'll play for Coach McDermott at Creighton without a doubt. Here's Dante Allen now. Greer's waiting for it at the top of the key. Allen gets himself into the paint and floats it up and in. All of a sudden, this lead that was once 15 is down to 6.
Montverde came out and threw that first punch. These first 3 minutes of this half has been all Montverde.
Here's Boozer into the corner. Marcellus Jackson passed up on the three. Lays it off the glass and gets it to go. Columbus back on top by 8.
High IQ play. Great patient, great poise, didn't rush, waited till the defense flew past, and Marcellus Jackson just stepping in, a little step through, easy finish at the rim.
Absolutely. That was a really nice play from Marcellus Jackson. Once he stopped his dribble, Montverde's defense kind of bounced all over to see where he could be going with, and then he realized, oh, I could shoot this right here.
We got a ball game now. Caden Boozer does a great job getting out of transition, going to finish, and down on the other end. Defense decided to go under. Bang! Knocking it down from the top of the key. Hudson Greer raising up, knocking it down. You cannot go under screens when you're guarding Hudson Greer, one of the better shooters around the country.
Hudson Greer up to a game-high 11 points for Montverde. And our score is 41-33 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter of the City of Palms Classic Championship. If you're just joining us, the third place game was right before this, and it was decided 84-54, an IMG victory over Oak Ridge. Darius Acuff, the Arkansas commit, led the way with 28 points and 7 assists. And now the championship is on the line. Columbus on top of Montverde, 41-33. Haven't seen much of Sisley here so far in this half. But what's out there on the floor right now has been working for Montverde. And here's C.J. Ingram punishing the rim.
Dante Allen is doing an excellent job this half of putting pressure on the defense. First 2 drivers for himself, getting his game on, and there makes a beautiful pass to C.J. Ingram finishing at the rim.
And Boozer turned that over on the other end. Had Jackson Richardson open in the corner, but like you mentioned, Richardson's always looking to cut, make his basket easier. He left just a split second after Boozer threw the pass.
It's a little miscommunication offensively by the Explorers.
And Montverde has a chance to get this within 3 or 4 points. And I spoke too soon. Dante Allen with a turnover looking for Danny Miller.
My college coach, Matt Painter, would always say, throw the ball to eyes. And it sounds so simple, but you may see a guy, you may think he's open, but if he does not see you, it does not matter. Montverde with a costly turnover here 4 minutes to go left in the third.
Boozer working to his right, hands it off to Jackson. Jackson back to Gaskins. The entire starting 5 back out there for Columbus. Coming off a screen from Boozer, Gaskins. Double team. Gets it to Boozer. Now Jackson into the lane, gets it knocked away out of his hands, and shoveled ahead to Allen, who starts the break. Here's a 3. Little bit short. And Allen was right, or excuse me, Weems was right there to put it back. But he lost the handle of it. Still a 6-point game. Boozer down the lane with the left hand, no good. And a rebound from Miller. Miller slows things down. Gives it to C.J. Ingram. Almost had that taken away. Greer's open now from the elbow, and he connects. Smart play to not just turn around and fire up to 3. Get a shot that you know you can make.
Get right to your spot. Get right to that elbow. Calmly raise it up, knock it down. It's a 2-possession game. This is exactly how you want to start the half. If you're Coach Kevin Boyer in Montverde. Came out through the first punch, haven't let up since. But it's been their defense that's been getting the job done. It's got stop after stop.
Absolutely. They send the double team for Cam Boozer. A swing pass, Richardson in the corner for 3. A little bit short. What a rebound from Gaskins, but he loses it out of control, and it goes out of bounds.
Montverde coming up lucky there.
Montverde having a really strong third quarter. We mentioned Coach Kevin Boyle has won this title 6 times since 2012 in the City of Palms Classic. And we've got ourselves a game here in the third quarter. Montverde with possession. C.J. Ingram near the top of the key, finding Greer on the wing. Allen on the near side it comes. Weems down the lane, gets to the rim, but he couldn't finish.
Good drive. Good idea.
41-37. Gaskin settles it up top. Boozer over to Boozer. Back to Cam Boozer. And he swings it to Jackson. Jackson tried a backdoor pass to a cutting Richardson, but Richardson didn't have the same idea in mind.
Columbus has just got to settle down a little bit offensively. They got to find a way to get Cam Boozer involved in this game in the half court. Montverde's doing an excellent job of taking him away, sitting him a double, not letting him get free offensively. Columbus has still got to find a way to try and find a way. Good. When Cameron Boozer gets that ball, he gets 2 feet in that paint. Good things happen for this Explorer offense.
Dante Allen coming off a 20-point performance in the win over Oak Ridge to punch their ticket to the championship. Been very active so far tonight, but only 6 points. Allen over to Miller. Miller into the lane, feeds it off. What a nice pass and a flush from Gabe Weiss.
Miller just did a great job of driving that ball, getting downhill, waiting till the defense commits, over helps, and then finds Wells at the rim. And Wells does a great job of going up to dunk that ball instead of laying it up.
Boozer working on Weiss, has a height advantage. And I think they're going to get Weiss for a reach-in foul there before Boozer got around him. But let's take a look at Weiss's offense on the other end.
Miller does a great job of getting to the teeth of the defense, getting the defense to commit and shoveling that up to Rice. And Weiss does a great job of just going up to hammer that thing home.
Looking for a takeaway. Boozer double teamed, finds the open man. It's Richardson for 3. He's got it.
Good things happen on Cameron Boozer's post up. They've got us in that double team, and he has such a high basketball IQ. He can see over top of the double, makes a bullet pass, puts that thing on a string to Jackson Richardson, and Jackson knocks it down, puts Columbus back up 5.
Cam Boozer, 6'9", 215 pounds, able to see the length of the floor and deliver a nice pass there to put Columbus back on top by 5. Greer into the paint, backdoor pass to Weiss. Now Miller on the top of the key. Allen swinging it to Ingram. Ingram on the wing. Nice defense from Boozer. He's got Allen who fires a 3. He's got it too. Dante Allen answers with a triple. It's 44-42.
Give me that.
Swatted by Allen. What a sequence.
Allen has had a great third quarter. He's been driving it, getting downhill. He's making shots. He's making plays for teammates. And he is defending his tail off on the defensive end, bringing all of the energy that this Eagle squad had needed to get back in this ball game.
6'3", 215-pounder from Miami, Florida, not too far from Fort Myers. And he'll be playing his college ball next year at Villanova. And a takeaway from Montverde. Dante Allen brings the ball up. 18 seconds left in the quarter, and Montverde trails by 2.
Big possession here. You want to get something good, but if you're Columbus, you want to get a defensive stop, and you got to end it with a rebound.
Allen working around. Here's Ingram. He's going to fire a tough 3 and leave it short. Boozer with a rebound, almost taken away. Instead, it's Richardson slamming it at the buzzer. I think he got it off in time.
The other night, I was questioning why we cared if Cameron Boozer was a great outlet passer, and he shows us right there. Clock is running down. Jackson Richard gets out on the break, and Cameron Boozer puts it on the money. A great outlet pass to his wing running the floor, and Jackson knows exactly what to do with it, going up and finishing it. before that clock expires. Put this thing on the money.
Absolutely. 2 awesome assists from Boozer to close out the third quarter. And Columbus is on top of Montverde 46-42 after 3 quarters of action. We're going to take a quick break on League Ready, but don't go anywhere. This fourth quarter should be fun. Welcome back to the City of Palms Classic, and we've got an awesome championship game unfolding for you. Fourth quarter about to start. Columbus on top of Montverde 46-42. My name's Anthony Pasquale with Rafael Davis. We've been on tap for the third place game, now here for the championship game. And Rafael, I am excited to see how this fourth quarter unfolds.
After that third quarter, it was big time. Montverde worked their way back into this, took control over the game, imposed their will on Columbus in that third quarter. And Dante Allen, my boy, got it going offensively. He is killing Columbus in that third.
Had a huge 3, a huge block on the other end, getting himself active in all ways. And he's got the ball right now as Montverde begins this quarter down 4. Hudson Greer has 13. Allen has 9. He's going to try to make it 12 here. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Gabe Weiss. He was right there for the rebound, but I think he pushed off to give himself a clean lane to jump.
Yep, a little extra shove that he probably didn't need it because Caden Boozer was not going to block him out. So Weiss did not need that little extra shove. He just needed to go up and grab that with 2 hands.
And here's Gaskins, gets it in and flies it right over to Marcellus Jackson. Down low to Cam Boozer and drops it off to Caden Boozer, but he leaves it short. Had a few point-blank opportunities, had Boozer.
Knock it down.
Allen steps into a 3. It's long, gets his own rebound. Feeds it over to Miller. Greer with a shot fake. End of the baseline. Down to Weiss. Weiss kicks it back out to Allen, and they'll settle things out.
Good patience. Good patience.
Greer, a deep 3. Short. Rebound goes to Columbus.
It was great patience until that shot. That just was not a good one for Greer right there. Got to work it a little bit. It wasn't there on the initial surge. You got to work it a little bit more. Got to get a better shot than that one in this caliber of a game.
Caden Boozer settling things up for Columbus.
Got to give it to him.
And they get it inside to Cam Boozer. He gets triple teamed. It doesn't matter. He still gets to the rim and 1.
It's a grown man playing against boys. Cameron Boozer does a great job at accepting that double team and taking his time. Understanding he can bust right through it. Goes right in the chest of Weiss, goes right through him, finishes over the top with him. Now at the line to make this a 3-point play. Anytime the Explorers need a basket, they need a play. It's been Cameron Boozer delivering it for him. Whether it's been him scoring, making a teammate for others, defensive stops, he has been big time.
All game long, every time they need it, Cam Boozer has delivered, and he makes the free throw. It's a 7-point game. Montverde has done a really good job closing the gap and making this competitive, but they haven't been able to get over the hump. And a huge reason why, every time they're about to, Cam Boozer steps in.
That's why he's one of the best players in the country. You don't earn that title just from being out there. You earn that, and Cameron Boozer has earned that. He's a game changer. He impacts the game at both ends of the floor, and he just plays hard. You love when the best player on the floor is playing the hardest, and that's exactly who Cameron Boozer is.
Absolutely. We're going to have a foul here on Marcellus Jackson, who is trying to take away the pass from C.J. Ingram. And it'll be Montverde ball with 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They trail currently by 7, once as much as 15, and also had it down to 2. But they have never once led in the game. King Gibson back out there.
Could be. Just didn't need it. Just didn't need that pass from Gibson. Just a mistake from a younger player.
A nice takeaway from Columbus. They could try to extend this back to 9 or 10.
Drop that ball.
Cam Boozer surveying the court.
Take him.
Starts his drive, spins, loses control, gets it back, down low, and he's going to be fouled.
Cam Boozer's a load. When he drives that basketball, that defense has to commit. Montverde there got too touchy on that drive, got a hand stuck in there, and Cam Boozer just fighting through it and just getting that shot off, getting to the free throw line.
Every time Cam Boozer drives toward the paint, he draws 2 or 3 at least Columbus defenders. He's shown his ability to look over those double teams and find the open man. And here you've also seen he can fight through that contact and get 2 on the board or get to the free throw line.
The entire game, he's been feeling his way out, just allowing his teammates to kind of build into the flow of the game. But now he understands this is winning time. This is the championship of the City of Palms Classic. It's another championship trophy they can add to their closet. Time for the big fella to take this game over.
And a cool shot. You can see his dad looking on and clapping as he knocks down that free throw. 50-42. Boozer has scored the last 4 for Columbus. Here's King Gibson working to his left. Back to Hudson Greer. Now Dante Allen looking for somewhere to go with it. Greer takes control at the top of the key. Into the lane he goes, and he gets blocked. Caleb Gaskins rejects Hudson Greer.
Columbus has really picked it up here on the defensive end this last fourth quarter. Flying around, playing on the string, and knowing what's going on. It's been a really good 2.5 minutes of defense by the Explorers.
Yeah, once the game got down to about 2-4 points, Columbus really stepped it up on the defensive end. And here's another example of that, Caleb Gaskins.
One of the more versatile defenders in this high school class. He can guard the 1 through the 5. He's tough, he's long, he's physical, has quickness, athleticism. Greer drives that ball, expecting to get an easy deuce, and Gaskins just sends it away.
Gaskins is 6'8", 215 pounds.
Long wingspan, hard nose.
Absolutely. He's a 5-star with offers from Baylor, Florida State, Georgia, Bama, Gonzaga, Maryland, Michigan, and Washington so far. Just a junior is Gaskins.
Just love with my 5-stars when they play hard, when they defend, when they take both ends serious. And that's what you get from Caleb Gaskins. He's going to score for you. He's going to finish at the rim. He can knock down shots. But on the defensive end, there is no drop off. He guards. He plays hard. That ball is on the ground. He is diving for it. All 5 guys from this Columbus team gives themselves up for the team. And that's why when they get to that next level, they get to the collegiate level, it works out for them. When you play the game the right way, the basketball guys, they tend to reward you. You can easily see why Caleb Gaskins is the number 9 overall player in the 2026 class. Just does so many different things, has so many intangibles.
Inside it comes from Montverde. Weems on the turnaround, could not get it to go. And the rebound comes the other way for Columbus. A quick answer with a reverse layup on the other end is knocked away, rebounded by Hudson Greer. And Montverde will settle things up. They got it to Greer. He's going to fire a triple. A little bit off the mark, too strong. And it goes out of bounds. A rebound attempt from C.J. Ingram came too little, too late.
Montverde is starting to revert back to that Montverde of old in this game. Quick jumpers, quick shots. When Columbus is coming down, they're taking 15, 20 seconds off that shot clock. You don't want to come down and shoot the ball within 6 seconds. You're just putting yourself back on defense. It's just demoralizing when you miss those quick early threes in the shot clock.
Now Columbus takes over. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the contest. They have an 8-point lead. And it's almost taken away. That's going to stay with Montverde. Montverde did an excellent job defending the inbounds pass and comes away with a takeaway.
Montverde's got to find a way to get that ball, drive downhill. C.J. Ingram's got to get involved in this game here in the fourth.
And Dante Allen's pass, Gibson tracked it down. And they're ready to start this possession. Gibson with a spin move loses his balance momentarily and fades one off the backboard and in. King Gibson. What a move.
Just knows how to score the ball. even as a sophomore, not afraid in a game like this to step up and go get one.
Down low, looking for Boozer, loses the handle, and the official says it's going to stay with Columbus.
Gaskin's got to go score that ball. Defense didn't step up and stop him. He's got to go try and finish that off.
It'll be Boozer inbounding. And it's Gaskins. Caden Boozer takes it at the top of the key. Have not seen him shoot the three too much.
Cameron Boozer got a mismatch. Got to get it to him.
Dante Allen working on Boozer. Gaskins floats right by it. Can't get it to go. Rebound loose. Popped up into the air and secured. Taken away from behind. Marcellus Jackson plays Wolf. Knocks it out. Now Caden Boozer settling things down. Just over 4 minutes to go. Dante Allen defending, knocks it away. Diving for it. Now there's a mismatch somewhere. It's open. It's Jackson for three. Can't get it to go, but a wide open rebound attempt for Caleb Gaskins, cleaning up the mess and putting it in too easy. Nobody boxed him out.
It's a little scramble situation. It's tough to rebound out of that scramble. Caleb Gaskin, when that shot goes up, every time he is attacking that offensive glass, he is playing hard. Drives that ball, misses that layup, but does not give up on the play. Marcellus Jackson does a great job coming in, tipping that ball, and then Caden Boozer does a great job of getting it up the floor, taking his time, letting the offense kind of settle in, but then the ability to come off and make a play. Jackson Richardson just keeping his basketball alive. Then when that shot goes up, it's Gaskins attacking that glass every time. If you're C.J. Ingram, you've got to get a body on him. You've got to root him out of there. He can't just have that tiptoe lane and just walk into an offensive rebound and finish it that easily. This game is too big. It's too high stakes for C.J. Ingram to have that little mental lapse.
Yeah, because you saw on the other side, the opposite block, King Gibson did a really good job of boxing out his man.
Yep.
And then the ball goes to the other side of the rim, and nobody's there to stop Gaskins from picking it up and taking it right to the rack to put up two more on the board, which now gives Columbus an 8-point lead, which obviously is not insurmountable, but 8 points with under 4 minutes to go. Montverde has to play pretty perfect the rest of the way.
You can't have those mistakes. When that shot goes up, you've got to limit Columbus to just one shot. They're too good to have the second and the third crack at it. And this possession here from Montverde is extremely important. Got to find a way to put some pressure on the defense and get someone to overcommit, draw some help in, and then play from there.
Here's Dante Allen finding Caden Allen. Trying to get it to a flashing Weems. Instead, it's King Gibson. No Hudson Greer out there for Montverde, so they're lacking that three-point shooter right now.
Defense. Into
the paint comes C.J. Ingram. He misses the floater.
It's really good defense. Kept Montverde out of the lane, didn't allow driving lanes. And then Cameron Boozer does a great job of contesting without fouling, coming down with that rebound.
It's an 8-point advantage for the Explorers. Backdoor pass, back on top. Caden Boozer a triple. Too long. Rebound goes to Caden Allen. Brings it up the court with some pace. Hangs, blocked. Jackson Richardson met him up top and took the ball down.
Jackson Richardson has been extremely impressive on both ends of the floor. He goes up, stays vertical, and just takes it from Caden Allen. It's a clean block up top. Young fella having his way on both ends of the floor.
Caden Allen pushed the pace, but he was just kind of outmanned once he got down to it. And he's inbounding now for Montverde. And it's going to be recovered by C.J. Ingram. Under 3 minutes to go. Hudson Greer's back out there for Montverde. Allen down low to King Gibson. 2 points and a foul.
King Gibson just knows how to score the ball. Just has a knack for being right place, right time. being able to go up and finish through contact, coming in off the bench, having huge impact. We've seen less of Trent Sicily this half. We've seen more of King Gibson. His ability to come in and bring impact off the bench on both ends of the floor has been imperative for this comeback from Montverde.
And the free throw is good from Gibson. It's a 5-point game. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. And it looks like Montverde is going to bring a full court pressure to try to generate a turnover. Losing control, Gibson takes over. Gibson working on Boozer, back to Allen. Settling things at the top of the key. They don't have to hurry yet. Here's Greer. Now Gibson takes it. Allen steps into a three. A little bit long, and it's rebounded by Cam Boozer. Ahead to Caden Boozer. A 5-point advantage for Columbus as Boozer tries to push the pace. Settled by Marcellus Jackson. Now Cam Boozer takes it near midcourt. Caden Boozer comes off a screen. Inside, Richardson loses the handle. It's going to stick with Columbus. Two minutes and 2 seconds now. Boozer to Boozer. Backdoor pass. Out of bounds.
Lost it.
And no foul called. There was some contact between Ingram and Boozer. But as it stands right now, that's a turnover. It's Montverde basketball.
Look, good idea, just poor execution. Got to catch that basketball and just got to go up and score.
And if you're Columbus, you can live with that because it was the two guys that you want handling the ball. It was Caden and Cam Boozer. Montverde trails by 5. They need a bucket here. Hudson Greer.
Oh, good D.
Taken away from Caden Boozer.
Man, that was good help from Caden Boozer.
Boozer turned it away.
You don't need it. It's a 5-point game. You got 30 seconds on the shot clock. You got to get a best shot every time. You don't need that quick opportunity. You don't need to try and thread the needle there. Caden Boozer, too high of an IQ to try and make that pass.
Columbus has victories over Great Crossing, Grayson High School, and IMG Academy to punch their ticket into this championship. Here's King Gibson floating it up. Can't get it to go, and a rebound comes to Marcellus Jackson, and Caden Boozer will settle things down. Down 5. If you're Montverde, when do you start fouling?
Columbus gets a bucket here. You got to go down and score, and then you start to foul. But if you get a stop here, you get a score on the other end. You play this thing out. But you don't want to foul there. There's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. You got to be solid. If you're going to foul, you got to foul earlier.
That is only Montverde's 4th foul.
But now you get a fresh shot clock. Shot clock resets, goes back to 35. You do not want to pick up that foul. That was a silly mistake by the Eagles.
And now with an opportunity to potentially bleed a whole 35 seconds off the clock, you might have to start fouling. Marcellus Jackson in the corner, gets it back. Now Caden Boozer, probably the guy you want to foul based off of his 2 misses earlier today.
I don't know if you could. Just tough to play this thing out. You take this down all the way 30 seconds, make or miss. You make it, you're down 7. Oh, he traveled.
He looked like a travel.
He traveled.
I guess if you're Cam Boozer, you get a call like that here and there.
Man, he traveled.
52-47, and this will finally be the free throw that sends Columbus to the free throw line.
I mean, but if you think about it, it was 20 seconds left off this clock. This foul could have been committed around 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The sheer numbers.
Or, to go back to your first point, if you don't commit that first foul,
exactly, then
Columbus had to shoot within the next 12 to 14 seconds.
Yep.
And instead, they've had now possession for almost a full minute without Montverde touching it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-possession game right now. This free throw is the big one. Can turn it into a 3-possession game with less than a minute to play. It's good.
Cameron Boozer has been big time here in this 4th quarter. Took this game over. When his team needed him, he showed up.
54-47, a nice move from Caden Allen, and he gets fouled. It'll be 2 shots for Caden Allen. He's got only 2 points so far tonight, with an opportunity for 2 big ones right here. Pretty balanced scoring so far for both teams. Columbus, Jackson Richardson leading the way with 16. Both Caleb Gaskins and Cam Boozer have 12. Hudson Greer has 13 to pace Montverde as Allen connects on that first free throw. And Allen makes the second. It's back to a 5-point game.
Gotta go for a quick steal, quick trap, then you got to foul if you're Montverde.
And Columbus called a timeout before the inbounds pass. So now I guess if you're Montverde and Coach Kevin Boyle, you can tell them we're going for that steal, but as soon as you don't get that steal, you have to foul.
Yep, a quick trap, trying to go for a steal, trying to shoot the passing lane, but you can't let 4 or 5 seconds click off this time. You got to foul early if you don't get it.
And then in this discussion, are you also talking about on the other side of the floor what we do after a made free throw, after a missed free throw, those sort of things as well?
Oh, for sure. You got to give them both. You got to give them something off the free throw, whether make or miss. You got to get a set to get into and get into it quickly. You got to get your best set and your quickest set right here. Because rather Columbus makes their free throws or not, Montverde needs a basket. And they've got to get one on this possession. They want to make this into a game.
And they can't afford to have it be, you know, a 15, 20-second possession. It has to be early in the shot clock because you got to go back on the defensive end and do it again. Foul, free throw, that sort of thing.
Playing the time game now.
43.9 seconds left. Thank you for spending your few days before Christmas with us here at On League Ready for the City of Palms Classic Championship. We're here at the South Coast Credit Union Arena on the campus of Florida Southwestern State College in Fort Myers. Columbus looking for the City of Palms Classic Championship, and they lead it by 5 with under a minute to go. Inbound to Cam Boozer. They don't foul him. Up the floor it goes, and a foul is called on Jackson Richardson. He'll head to the free throw line. They probably lost about, what's that, 6 seconds off the shot clock there? Or off the clock in general there.
Columbus did a good job of advancing that basketball, not allowing themselves to be trapped in the half court, getting up the floor. And Jackson Richardson does a great job of coming back to that pass and then forcing Montverde to pick up that foul.
Jackson Richardson from the free throw line makes the first, up to a game high 17.
Just a smooth 17, just within the game, let it come to him, didn't force anything. Super high IQ player.
And he makes the second. Back to 7-point advantage.
Jackson Richardson is undoubtedly a top 15 player in the 2026 class.
Allen to Greer, tough three. Woo! He got it to go.
Big shot, Hudson Greer.
56 to 52, the clock is running.
No!
Hudson Greer with a takeaway into the lane and one! Hudson Greer, Montverde on his back, right back into it. What a sequence from Hudson Greer. Buried the triple, stole the inbounds pass, flipped it behind his back, and one.
And you can see Jackson Richardson screaming at his teammate, come to the ball. In these moments, you cannot be scared of if you're an offensive player. You've got to come back to the ball and help your guy. Hudson Greer did a great job of stepping in that passing lane.
Free throw is short, loose ball, rebound, back to Greer. He's got it, it's loose. They're fighting for it, out of bounds. It's going with Columbus. 6 seconds flew off the clock in a mad scramble for the basketball. Greer was short with the free throw, and the ball was loose. Sounds like there's some disagreement with the crowd. We didn't have a great vantage point of who it went off of. All we could see is that it was loose for about 6-7 seconds there. Perhaps when Greer initially had it, Montverde was trying to get a timeout. But that was such a mad dash for the basketball. You could hardly tell anything.
It's a scramble.
Well, a quick 5 points from Hudson Greer makes it 56-54.
But this is where it comes in. You start to notice that Columbus doesn't necessarily have a secondary ball handler on the floor. With Marcellus Jackson taking the ball out, someone else has got to come help to inbound it.
Absolutely. But Montverde got about 5 points as quickly as you could get them. Even though a few seconds ticked off the clock while Columbus was inbounding, I think Montverde will take the result of the steal and the layup. Now it's 56-54. And we'll take a look at that wild sequence, starting with the Greer missed free throw, and this ball was loose for a while.
Hands all over it. Ooh, that looked like it should be Montverde ball.
It looked like from here that the last person it touched was Caleb Gaskins.
Yes, it did.
And maybe that's what the crowd was disagreeing with there. Well, we've seen Columbus turn it over in a situation like this just a moment ago. I'm sure they'll be a little bit more buttoned up with the first pass. Montverde will have to foul, and for Montverde, just hope that a missed free throw follows. In they get it. Caleb Gaskins, and he's fouled. 11.3 seconds left. 2 big free throws on deck for the 5-star. The number 9 ranked player in the 2026 class. We're going to have a timeout called here. And obviously, Rafael, you've been in discussions like this. You've been in the huddle for timeouts like this. Walk us through what Columbus is talking about, ahead by 2, and walk us through what Montverde is talking about, trailing by 2.
Well, Columbus is talking about making the free throws. You make your free throws, you get back, you set your defense, and you do not want to foul. And when that shot goes up, you've got to hit somebody, box out, and come down with that defensive rebound. And then for Montverde, right now, it's imperative that everyone in that timeout knows what's going on. Make or miss, we got to be on that same page. We got to push that ball down the floor and get the first best look. A lot of people will talk about, do we need a 3, do we need a 2? Well, in this position, you're down 2 if they miss them, you're down 4 if they make them. You got to get the first early basket, first best look, and then when that ball comes in, you got to foul right away and hope Columbus comes off that rim.
Absolutely. You're trailing by 2 if you're Montverde. Obviously, the best case scenario is taking away the inbounds pass or forcing a turnover there.
Yep.
But once it gets inbounded and you foul, you come back down the floor potentially down 2, down 3, or down 4.
Yep.
And like you said, it doesn't matter. You have to be able to knock down a basket. Hudson Greer did it the last time down the floor, made a tough 3, then stole the inbounds pass and knocked down the layup. Now you've got Caleb Gaskins heading to the line for 2 free throws. I believe even if he misses the first, he gets the second. 11.3 to go. First free throw, he missed it. Montverde is going to have a chance to tie or potentially win the game in the last 11 seconds. Second free throw is good. 3-point game. Dante Allen with it. We're under 10 seconds to go. Hudson Greer, wide open, but way behind the 3-point line. It was tipped, so it will still be Montverde ball. I suppose it wasn't tipped. It was Columbus basketball. It looked like the official made the tip like sign.
Hudson Greer just felt a little bit rushed on that last shot.
He had some time.
Didn't have his legs under him.
Let's take another look. We'll see, first of all, if he was able to get that shot off without it being tipped. And now Cam Boozer with a chance to put this game on ice for Columbus. First free throw is good.
I mean, but how big is it for you to have your center come in and knock down free throws in clutch moment? Come in, want the basketball in big-time moments. Cameron Boozer not running away from it.
58-54. Boozer's second free throw is good. Dante Allen's going to put it up at the buzzer and knock it home. But Columbus victorious at the City of Palms Classic. The Columbus Explorers, champions again in 2024. The final score 59-57. And what was once a 15-point lead for Columbus, Montverde fought back. But the Explorers were just too much for Montverde. And the talent all over the place showed.
And in big-time moments, Cameron Boozer stepped up in a big way. All game long, it was Jackson Richardson, it was Marcellus Jackson, it was Caleb Gaskins leading the charge. But when it got to that fourth quarter, when it became winning time, the Boozer twins stepped up and they led Columbus to this victory. Cameron Boozer was big time down the stretch, whether it's finishing for himself, making the right play to teammates, knocking down his free throws. This is what happens when you have the best player on the floor and that steps up in big-time moments. This Columbus squad is dangerous. They knocked off the #1 team in the nation this weekend. They knocked off Montverde. This team is looking for a national championship, looking for another state championship. The Boozer twins are winners. Jackson Richardson is one of the better juniors in the country. Caleb Gaskins is one of the better juniors in the country. This team is loaded.
Jackson Richardson led the charge with 18 points. Caleb Gaskins had 13. Cam Boozer had 14 as they're about to be presented the City of Palms Classic Trophy. On the other side of things, Montverde was led by 18 points from Hudson Greer, but Columbus was just a little bit too much for Montverde. They beat Great Crossing, they beat Grayson High School, they beat IMG Academy, and in the championship tonight, they beat Montverde 59-57. For Rafael Davis and all of us here at League Ready, my name's Anthony Pasquale, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. Thank you for joining us in Fort Myers as Columbus beats Montverde in the Palms Classic Championship 59-57. We'll see you next time.